It is, but you don't get too many of those Tempests because Tempests counter massive units, which the Void Rays are armored, and if you get too many Tempests, you will get overwhelmed by the Void Ray numbers actually, because if both of the players are on 2 or 3 Stargates, let's put it this way: if both the players are on same number of Stargates, then if you are making Tempests out of them exclusively, and your opponent is making Tempests out of one and Void Rays out of the other, he's gonna have a superior army because of the slow Tempest firing rate and their slow movement speed. So people get sometimes too eager to build Tempests all the time. And it's not always the best of ideas.
No, Tempests get countered so hard by the Void Ray, especially with the extra damage against armor, because Tempests are good
Yeah,
against other Tempests. They're
exactly.
exceptional against other Tempests, and they're good against carriers. But Void Rays are good against carriers and Tempests
And Stalkers,
and
and
Stalkers
Immortals,
and
and
Immortals.
Buildings. It's
It's they're good
the
against Zealots as well.
well, yeah, the Zealots can't jump that high, but um, um, I don't know. I keep saying the Void Ray is a little bit too strong in all matchups except PvT because of the Marines and Vikings. But PvZ and PvP a little bit too strong. It needs tweaking for sure. But that's just my opinion. I wouldn't nerf the Void Ray too much because then PvP reverts back to uh, the Colossus versus Colossus wars, which is boring. But as it is now, it's Void Ray versus Void Ray wars, which I don't like neither. So
No, I agree. Now, we do see that both players actually opted to get two geysers straight away. You see that the guy
yeah,
from AT, Sihoe, is putting two guys in each gas, and IkbenHarrie is putting one guy and three guys. I think 2-2 is more efficient, right?
2-2 is more efficient than 3-1, that is true. And one thing to note, Harry's Cybercore is delayed by a huge amount compared to Sihoe. Sihoe, though, he's putting all his chrono boosts into his Nexus for the time being. He's almost fully saturated on that one. And if we look at the probe count, Harry is trailing behind Sihoe by 3 probes right now. So that's not a good thing for him. Warp gets started already. The first Stalker is going to be chrono boosted out. And I'm just looking to see. It looks like we may see a Twilight Council being put down, maybe a Stargate.
One thing to note that from IkbenHarrie, he is putting down a Templar Archive right now, but he also still has a lot of chrono boosts. He's just using one of them, but he already has 50 left, and he's chrono boosting out the warp gates right now, which I think is a good choice because his Cybercore, like you mentioned, was way later.
Yeah, I think what Sihoe will be doing here right now, yes, indeed he is. He will be dumping the rest of his chrono boost into the Cybercore because of how early those warp gates started, and this is going to be a 3-gate pressure. Now, this is a very good thing to do, even if your opponent is going for something like DTs, which there it is, Harry is going for. It is good even if your opponent is going for fast Immortals or fast Stargate. Basically, the only threat to you when you're doing this is the fast Oracle play, but all it takes to deny that is just having 1 or 2 Stalkers warped inside your mirror line when the warp gate finishes. And those gateways, I have to say, they should have been approximately 4 supply later. They're a little bit too soon. We
Yeah.
also see a robotics facility being put down by the Green Protoss.
Now, Sihoe already put down a proxy pylon in front of IkbenHarrie's base. Now, Harry is just adding a few extra gateways, but I feel like they're gonna be a little bit too late. He's gonna
Yeah.
start warping in really soon here. As the warp gate just finishes now, he's gonna transform them, walk up the ramp, and there's no sentry. He should
There
have
are
been
no
making a sentry.
sentries. There are no sentries. There is no mothership core. And speaking of mothership cores, this one is
Yeah,
going to give Sihoe a vision of the upper ramp. Allows the probe to get in. A pylon inside your
pylon
base
inside
is
of
not
the base.
what you want. But the Dark Shrine is almost finished. The 3 gates. 1 pylon goes down. Will he have
Already putting the
supply to
probes.
warp in? Oh, he does! Just a second before he gets supply blocked, he warps in 3 DTs.
Yep.
And we already have an observer on the way, though.
We have an
For the
observer on
time.
the way. He must have spotted that because there were so few units right there. Now, one thing to note, you said the mothership core can give high ground vision. That's why this tree gate is so powerful. Because if they have a sentry on the high ground, you can still snipe it with some stalker. Did you mute yourself, Bell?
Are being used defensively right now. They have cleaned up the attack, but with the observer coming, Sihoe can just follow this up, and I think he will. He's just taking his natural expansion at the time, and he really should build another observer. There we go. So he's doing everything really, really well here, and these DTs should not be able to do all that much.
Yep. Now these DTs are always annoying. They can become. He can get some Archons, get some Zealots out, but if Sihoe is allowed to get this base up, he's already so far ahead in every department. It's gonna be a really quick GG for him. He kind of like knew it was DTs because of the amount of units there, and he was already winning, so he just added the robotics facility. It's a really good play from Sihoe so far. Solid.
Yeah, it is. Expansion going down for Harry, and this is not a good call because Sihoe has more than enough to kill him right now. So
Yep.
he should have invested all that he could into units, and not even canceling the buildings. I wonder if he will cancel the Nexus. But Sihoe making the correct decision and saying, "Oh, forget about the Nexus. I don't need him to cancel that. I just need to kill him right now. If he kills this one pylon, he will unpower all the gates." And that will be it.
Yep, that will definitely be it. He is adding another pylon, but this is a hopeless situation at this part. It's one Stalker against many of Stalkers and a Mothership Core. Observer still out, so no DT is gonna save him now. And yeah, even though his expansion is gonna come up, this is all over.
It is. There is nothing else to be said about this,
Sadly, probes
unfortunately.
can't dance.
Probes can't. That is true.
Yeah, and there we have the GG. So it's gonna be
GG, well
2-0
played.
for AT.